So this video is about the new PGYTECH OneGo Roamer 18-litre backpack, which is here. They also do this bag in a 25-litre. The 18-litre weighs just over a kilo, with no camera gear in it obviously, and it comes in matte black, sand khaki colour I think it is, and grass green. Obviously I went with the matte black. Like I said, this is the 18-litre version. This is the PGYTECH 21-litre. As you can see, then there's not much difference in size. The PGYTECH, you can make this bag bigger. You can expand it with this roll top, so you can make it bigger than 21 litres. This is a really nice bag. This is my travel bag basically. It's what I use on the airplane to carry my camera gear. But the PGYTECH is a more compact bag, and I think it has more features as well. It doesn't have the roll top sadly, but it is definitely a different style bag. This is an everyday carry bag for me. You have a big front pocket. Look, my whole hand disappears in there. And it's got a weatherproof zip by YKK. All the zips are YKK zips on it, and they're all weatherproof zips, and they work really well. They are really smooth zips. I do not like a bag when you've got really tough zips to open and close. These are really, really nice. On the side, you have a water bottle or tripod pocket, and it can take quite a big water bottle. This bag has two water bottle pockets. So you can carry two water bottles if you want, a tripod and a water bottle, or you can put the water bottle on the side you prefer. Not many bag manufacturers put two water bottle pockets because we're all unique in our own way and we all grab our water bottle from a different side of the bag. So it's nice to be able to put the water bottle on the side that you want. You have this really big, flat, waterproof bottom. I'm going to show you on the camera there. I can get that closer to the camera. There. Right. The bag stands up. Look, that ain't going nowhere. Not many bags do that these days. You put your gear in there and they topple over. So when you put your bag down, you have to find something to lean it against, or you have to keep hold of it. With this bag, it ain't going nowhere, look. And this is fully loaded with all my camera gear and a laptop in there as well. So it has a really nice, flat, waterproof bottom. The padded shoulder straps are really comfortable for the short testing I've done of this bag. I have found them really, really comfortable, and they're quite wide as well. They have these loops built into them here. You can put on one of these Peak Design, whatever it is, camera clips. So you put the plate on the body of the camera and you can clip your camera onto your shoulder strap, which is really nice. But they've actually gone one better, and they've made special loops in the shoulder strap. So you're not crushing the shoulder strap like you do with many other bags. You've got this really nice, breathable mesh back. I haven't tried this that well at the moment because we're in autumn winter time here in New Zealand, so it doesn't get too hot. But I will be taking this bag with me to Japan in a few months, so I will be testing it thoroughly out there, I would say, because it's going to be my everyday carry bag. I do like shoulder bags for my Leica gear, but when I'm carrying a camera to record video as well, it gets a bit too much. So having something like this small compact bag from PGYTECH is going to be really handy when I'm out there. Now on the bottom, you also have these loops here, and there are loops around the bag as well. And they do come with these extra straps. I don't know if you can see it if I put it in front of my face. Hopefully that will focus on that. Hopefully. But you do get a couple of extra straps. Now, these hooks are plastic. But to be honest with you, they're really well made. I don't think they're going to break. And it's quite nice having plastic instead of metal because you are carrying camera gear and you can knock your camera against these straps. So they are really well made. They are really tough. There's no flex and they're not going to break very easily. So you do get these extra straps with it. Now I'm going to show you what's inside the bag, and hopefully this works because I have a camera up there pointing down at me, which is recorded at the moment. Now that is the DJI Osmo Pocket 4. I tested this earlier and I thought it was in focus and it wasn't. So hopefully this will work anyway. So you have a double zip here, but you also have a clip that you have to undo, which is a nice little safety feature. So do it like that, and we're going to turn the bag around and put it down like that. So open that up, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to make sure that this is lined up on the camera, and hopefully that is now focused and you're seeing inside the bag. Now before I get to inside the bag, you have the flap here that takes the laptop or iPad. Now this will take up to a 16-inch MacBook Pro. I only have a 14-inch MacBook Pro. That fits in there fine. There is no other pocket for an iPad, so you do have to be aware of that. You're not going to carry a laptop and an iPad. You have to carry one or the other. You've got two really soft pockets here. which I keep my variable NDs in. So 2 variable NDs in there, and because they're nice soft material, they're not going to scratch the NDs. This is normally what I would carry in the bag, apart from the fact that the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 is up there. So first off, you have my Leica SL3S with the Typox Samara C 35mm T1.5. Really nice lens. I love this combo. It's even better on the Nikon ZR, but on the SL3 it works really well too. And I have a Typox Samara, I thought, is it Typox Samara or just Typox adapter, which is L mount to M mount. Now you'll see here, I used one of the dividers to go on top of my M11-P. The reason for that is this is a really deep bag. This can take any mirrorless camera in there, apart from like something like an R3. I think that might be too high, but any mirrorless camera will fit in here fine. The M bodies are quite small, to be truthful, and they fall out quite easily. Same with M lenses. So I use one of the extra dividers and I put it over the top of that to stop it falling out if I'm opening the bag up when it's standing upright. So extra divider, we'll put that over there for the minute. You got my M11-P with the Light Lens Lab 35mm f2 on there. Put it over there. Got an M lens in here, I think. I think it's an M lens, yeah. 35mm Summilux f1.4. Now I always keep my M lenses in these pouches because they're so small. They don't fit in any bag, to be truthful. They just fall around and fall out. So I always keep them in these pouches, which means that they can fit a lot more snug, because this bag has a lot of room in it for its size. It's really deep as well, which is nice. So there's my 35mm Summilux. I got some film. Put plenty of film in there. Shooting more black and white film lately. I've actually got a roll of, can you see that? I don't know, cover my face. JCH Street Pad. I've got 2 rolls of this. Not made anymore. Bellamy's not making this film anymore, I don't think. Well, I haven't been able to find it anywhere. If anybody knows where I can get this film in stock, let me know down in the comment section. And then last, you have my MP. Absolutely love this camera. There's no lens on it at the moment, and there's a reason for that. That'll become another video, but anyway, put that down there. Okay, so that's the inside of the bag. Now, hopefully, this is all focused. I'm going to check that again. Right, I've not done this before with one of these cameras. I've got it on single focus, not continuous, and hopefully that has focused. No problem on there. Right, okay. So inside the bag, you have all these dividers. Now, I always keep the spare dividers at the bottom of the bag, in there, like that, because you never know when you want to readjust the bag, if you want to add extra gear or take gear out, and you want to secure things differently. So I always keep the extra dividers in the bottom. Doesn't come with that many extra dividers. It comes with 2 of these, it comes with 2 long ones, and it comes with 1 of these, which is a bit odd. But anyway, that's what it comes with. So that's the dividers inside. And let me take them out. And the Velcro on these dividers is really good. They are not going to move in there, which is a nice thing to have, because I do not like bags when the dividers collapse. I've got a backpack over there, a camera backpack, and the dividers just collapse. They're horrible. I actually don't use it anymore. We got 2 long dividers. You get all of these dividers in the bags. Now, it may be different when you buy this bag, because this is a pre-production bag, I guess. I think they're all the same, but you may get more dividers. I don't think you're going to get less, but you may get more dividers. And then you've got one of these on the side, and then you've got the main part again, which it comes with. Now, another nice feature with this bag is you can unzip these pockets here. You're going to see what's inside the top. Now, I'll move that out of the way a minute. I'm showing you this part before I put it back together again. And then you roll this up here, like this, and you tuck it underneath, like that. And then you get this big travel bag. So you can take the camera section out, and you get a really nice big travel bag, a weekend bag basically. You can put your clothing in there for a weekend, no problem at all. Back in, it goes in like that. There are Velcro pieces here, like that. And then this one goes there, and this one goes there, right? So we'll just leave it like that for the moment, because I'm not going to put those dividers back in again, because it took me ages to do it last time. You got 2 zips. On the back flap, there are 2 zips, so you can open from either side, and it's a weatherproof zip as well, YKK zip. Now in the top is this really big, deep pocket at the top. So I've got that in there, and I've got something else in there as well. There's a side pocket here. There's a zip side pocket. Again, the material they use is really soft, so you know it's not going to mark your camera gear or your filters. There's 2, I think you can see that there's 2 smaller pockets either side, but there is a big zip pocket inside. And they also sent me this, which is the PGYTECH card storage device. The fact that this has 2 memory card readers and the fact that I can store memory cards in there makes this a really handy device to carry. So I will be doing a separate review on this in the next couple of weeks. Now in the top, this pocket is huge. I can actually fit my Vision Pro in there, no problem at all. But what I did have in there is this pouch that the DJI Osmo Pocket 4 came in, and I also have my Nano in there because I will be carrying that with me all the time, and some other attachments and microphones in there. And it fits this pouch. There is so much room in the top here. Now what I wish PGYTECH did was made a separate camera cube, or yeah, camera cube I guess you can call it, that would fit in the top here. So I can put my cameras in the top as well, or lenses, and I get quick access to them via the zip on top. So I can put the bag down, unzip the top, and get to the camera gear inside. Having dividers inside there would have been really nice, but sadly they don't make that, I don't think. I couldn't find it anywhere. So PGYTECH, if you're watching this video, make some dividers to go in the top here, because that would be really handy. So on the top, if I show you on here, let me get that to focus. Okay, on the top you got this weatherproof zip, which allows you to get into the top of the bag. And as you can see, there's a big pocket here. There's some side pockets either side. And that zips up like that. There is no way to close this bag up like that. So I guess you just have to be a bit careful. You get caught in some rain, that water might settle in there, but I don't think it'll be a problem. Now you have these side compartments to get in. This one doesn't allow you to get inside the bag from the side. There's a big, big pocket. There's no pocket on this side, but it is very well padded. So you have another flap on the other side, which has these battery compartments here. Now you can see there are these sliders, which has green and red. So if you have a fully charged battery in there, you would slide that to green. If the battery's dead, you slide it to red. So you're not going to be pulling out a dead battery and putting it in your camera. I have 2 SL3S batteries, and I have 1 M11 battery. And there is a pocket, I'll take the battery out in a minute, right there. There is a pocket down here, a little tiny pocket, that you can put in an AirTag, because it is very important to put an AirTag in your bag if you are an Apple iPhone user, because if your bag gets lost or gets stolen, you can track it with one of these and nobody would ever find it down there. Personally, I would have bought this bag if I'd seen it in the shop, because it's the right size for me. It's only an 18-litre bag, but I can fit a lot of gear in there. It's incredibly well made. I cannot believe the quality of the materials and the craftsmanship of this bag for the price. It's got YKK zippers, and they're nice YKK zippers, and they're weatherproof zippers. This is going to keep out the rain, no problem at all. It's a really, really nice bag, and again, I'm going to mention it. It's got a really nice flat weatherproof bottom, so the bag stands upright. It's got these handy carrying handles. The shoulder straps are really comfortable for the short time that I've tested it. It's just a really, really nice bag. Now, if you want any more information about this bag, I will put some links down below in the description. If you have any questions about this bag, please leave me a comment down below. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. And as always, thank you so much for watching.